Well, now let's have a look at some of the diphthongs and see how to make them, and see at any rate how I go about teaching them to learners. I always do diphthongs after having done the monophthongs, and the reason why will become apparent right now. So we've covered these. When I point to any of them, students can more or less get them, maybe not totally accurately, but more or less get them. And even if they forget them, they'll be reminded by those around them. So I point at this one, and they say eh, or something close. And I point at that one, and they say I, or something close. We may have to negotiate a bit before they get there, but anyway, we've now got eh and I in circulation. So what I might do then is I take this one off the chart, so to speak, in my fingers, and I say, now what's that? And they say, eh. Say, yeah, good, okay. And I give it to a student. I call a student up and I say, here, take this one, this is yours. What is it? And he says, eh. So I give it to him. All right, so right here, you've just got to imagine, here's a student holding eh, like in his hands, right? I say, what's your sound? Eh. Okay, good. And then I take this one, right? And I give it to that student there, say, come on, take this one, here you are, hold it. And he's holding it there. Can you see him? Right, there's a student holding this sound. What's the sound? I. All right, everyone, what's that sound? Eh. What's that sound? I. Yeah, okay. Could you say that one? Eh. Could you say that one? I. Right. Now, could you say that one and glide or slide to that one? And usually they don't do that at first. They go, eh, and then I say, no, could you actually slide between them? They get it. They know the starting and finishing point, so it's actually, you just go, all right? Then I say, okay, that's very nice, guys, just do it again, more or less. Then I say, okay, now could you do a lot of that one and just a little bit of that, please, to the class? And they say, or and I say, okay, that's good. Could you do just a little bit of that one and a lot of that one? I say, right, good. Now, would you do sort of 60-40? Okay. And then we play around with finishing or not finishing. I say, could you make sure to arrive? In fact, in speaking, diphthongs usually don't quite arrive. But just for the exercise, I want students to have the feeling of arriving and not arriving, so they can control how much of the second vowel there is. So we can make a, and if they don't go far enough, I keep pulling my hand further and further until they've actually arrived. I oblige them to arrive. A. I can slide the students along this scale. You see what I mean? A. Then I say, okay, make the sound. Make it quickly. A. And again, A. Okay, so what do you got? Eh. What do you got? E. Put them together. What have we got? A. Okay, take it, put it on the chart. So students carrying the sound. A. What is it? A. Where are you going to put it? And he starts to put it there, and the other students say, no, put it over there, put it there. So anyway, they get it there in the end. And then we can point to that and we can say, what's that sound? And they all say, A. And then, having got that, of course, it's then a very quick matter. We can get free of charge all of the other diphthongs. So I can point at that and they say, after a bit of negotiation anyway. I can point at that and they say, oh. And then I go, and they say, oh. I say, quickly, oh. And I say, look at me, make it like this. And they kind of get it, more or less. And they say, oh. And I say, yeah, make it with surprise. Oh. O. And say, yep, that's that one there. And what's this one? Yep, it's A. And what's this one? Yep, it's O.